the fuck is happening, bro? Hey, we out of this hole. We out of this hole. We out of this.
They seen 8 to 10 foot creatures walking down Biscayne Boulevard and walking on Bayside. They were like teleporting and coming back quickly and shape-shifting. Yeah, it's crazy.
It is really aliens. It's really aliens. And I cannot believe that the Miami Police Department is really going to try to make it seem like they had all those police cars and stuff out there over some kids fighting, y'all. We talking about 3 and 4 blocks. This shit is so real, man. Like, everybody saw it.
So, me and my brother, we look behind us, and then we see these 3, 9, 10-foot tall creatures. I'm not gonna say aliens.
On the evening of January 1st, 2024, Bayside Mall was the scene of mass panic. While official police reports attributed the chaos to nothing more than mere fireworks and a teenage brawl, then later an armed gunman, multiple independent and unrelated eyewitnesses described unusual figures, up to 10 feet tall, moving through the area.
So now people are posting online saying that police weren't there to handle a group of rowdy teens, but rather 8 to 10 feet tall, shadowy aliens.
Viral videos captured a heavy police response unlike anything seen before. Upon closer inspection of one of these videos, we actually see what appears to be strange, semi-transparent, shadowy figures moving outside the mall. One video is particularly amazing. A mall security camera captured a portal opening. Of course, the knee-jerk reaction is to dismiss anything alien or paranormal as a hoax, which is the expected politically correct response. But the facts of the matter is strange enough to raise even the most conservative eyebrow. Have you ever seen so much police in one place ever, except on the movies or for some extremely serious event like a terrorist attack? How can anyone be expected to believe the official story that 80-plus squad cars were called for a group of teenagers? Not only that, but a 30-minute radio blackout, which only added to the confusion.
Airport?
The airport.
Come on, Mark.
Miami Airport.
Miami Airport.
Shut down.
Wow.
As unbelievable as it sounds, they also shut down Miami Airport and restricted the airspace above the mall, and they actually cut the power to more than 20,000 homes and businesses in the surrounding area. Eyewitnesses described semi-transparent, shadowy figures, at least 9 or 10 feet tall, moving through the chaos. They said these figures didn't walk, but glided along and would appear and disappear throughout the panicked crowd, inside and outside the mall. Some people said it was as if they were phasing in and out of this dimension. A lot of people described it as if they were glitching. Several witnesses insisted that officers on the scene were not just dispersing crowds, but actively pursuing something.
The other day, January 1st, it was a whole lot of police cars at Bayside, right around the corner, Biscayne Bay Boulevard. Y'all all know where it's at. It was 50 to 100 police cars, and they claimed that it was some kids. They got into an altercation. They started fighting and shooting fireworks, and they had sticks. I've been living in Miami over 10 years. That sounds like a 6 to 10 police car job, if that. There was 100 police cars, y'all. They seen 8 to 10 foot creatures walking down Biscayne Boulevard and walking on Bayside. They said they didn't have no hands, they didn't have no feet, but they was just like, they weren't aggressive, they weren't trying to hurt nobody, kind of like looked like they were lost. They were like teleporting and coming back quickly and shape-shifting, like, and not in like a it's crazy. I can't even say not in a crazy way, but in such a superior way. Said they weren't scared of us at all. They taking people's phones, deleting pictures. Look it up. You can't find it. You got to type in little certain things that don't got the keywords. I just had to come tell y'all it's real and this ain't no damn conspiracy. Get right with God now.
Some witnesses said police were trying to surround the creatures with their vehicles, but the creatures would disappear and reappear elsewhere in the mall. These accounts were strikingly consistent across unrelated individuals.
And it almost seemed like the cops had like a already made strategy for it, because they surrounded one of the beings with like all their police cars. They blared it up even louder because you could hear that it was louder. Maybe as an attempt to like distract it or let it know like, hey, you don't belong here, right?
Witnesses also claim that police and FBI agents confiscated cameras and cell phones, which explains why there is so little footage of the event. But if the official reason given by the Miami police is true, then for what conceivable reason would it be necessary to confiscate people's cell phones? Some people did manage to get out with their phones and post their videos, and those videos quickly went viral on social media. A few of these videos seem to confirm some things witnesses claim to see, such as this one taken by a resident in a high-rise building, which shows a strange, tall, semi-transparent, shadowy figure seemingly gliding along outside the mall. Perhaps the most extraordinary video captured that evening by a mall security camera is this one, of what clearly looks like a portal opening right inside the mall. Multiple individuals on site reported seeing a shimmering circle of light appear suddenly, like the air itself was tearing open. Witnesses described the effect as a distortion in space that rapidly grew into a disk accompanied by a bright glow. Is this video real? Many people would simply dismiss the whole video as Photoshop or AI, but every AI detector has passed the video as genuine. And if the portal effect was added later on in post-processing, then what were the people in the video reacting to? The light from the anomaly can be seen reflecting off nearby surfaces and casting illumination on bystanders, and then dimming as it fades away. The instantaneous reaction of the crowd is what makes the video more believable. People can be seen pointing, screaming, running away, and falling over benches, almost injuring themselves at the exact moment the portal appears. The reaction of the crowd is the most compelling part of the video, because if this video is a hoax, then every person in the video is in on it. For what possible reason would hundreds of unrelated people coordinate a hoax on this scale? For what possible gain?
There's a whole bunch of, teens, right? A whole bunch of teens. And they had this little box, like a little DVD player type thing, right? And they were like, yeah, watch, go ahead. And there was a whole bunch of them. But they look all nerdy. They weren't like thugged out. They all dressed nice. And a lot of them had like backpacks, and some of them had like weird guys' glasses, like welding glasses. And I was like, what the? So somebody plugged this shit in, and it started flickering. Right? Because there was a column right here. I was over here on the top. I was up here on the top of the level. They were down here, and I was watching them from over here. Okay? So this shit started flickering, and it was flicking the rows of lights right here. All these lights were flickering. Then it started popping. When it started popping, everybody from over here started running this way to see, because everybody was nosy. And as soon as it started popping, this thing started glowing, and it started going like a force field. Woo, 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 woo. And everybody that was behind this, that I was seeing, everybody looked like this. Like digital. Like it was being disrupted by the wave. Only right here. Not right here. Everything else was still flickering. Right here was still popping. People were running. As soon as they got close and they see how this thing was moving, everybody started going this way.
Miami police quickly issued several statements, but one in particular was used to dismiss the whole event. The incident was caused by teenagers setting off fireworks and fighting. No shots were fired, no weapons were recovered, and no unusual entities were acknowledged, obviously. Yet many questions remain. Why was the police response so overwhelming for what was described as a juvenile disturbance, in an area where juvenile disturbances is a regular occurrence? At no point in history has there been such a heavy police response, even for presidential assassination attempts, not even for terrorist attacks. But 80-plus police cars, black unmarked SUVs, and helicopters swarming the entire mall within minutes for a group of teenagers. Why have no detailed arrest records been released, despite claims of dozens of teens involved? No arrests, with such a massive police presence. Who were these kids? None of these stories make any sense. None of them even slightly merit the heavy police response observed in the videos. And why did so many unrelated witnesses independently describe the same unusual figures? Some videos were flagged or removed unusually quickly, fueling suspicion of information control. Many conflicting stories were circulated among the police, so that even the police present didn't actually know what was happening. Can anyone actually believe that Americans would run terrified from some kids with fireworks? Why was there a 30-minute radio blackout? There is no conceivable reason for this. Why restrict the airspace in the surrounding area? For a group of teenagers? Why shut off the electricity in the area? Again, for a group of teenagers? Why close down the airport? For those who were there, the official stories are a joke, but no one is surprised. It is just standard procedure with events of this type. The Bayside Mall incident remains unresolved. Officially, it was nothing more than fireworks and panic. Yes, Avengers-level police response for some teens with fireworks. Nothing to see here. Move along. All of this panic for a bunch of teenagers and some fireworks? What do you think really happened? Did I miss anything? Tell me in the comments, and if you watched this video this far, you should definitely subscribe. Every subscriber helps. Thanks, and see you next time.